Hello, everybody. Here is Shimrit Nati from Master Your Path Community and Programs, and I am here live for my weekly Monday trainings, and I'm so excited because it's been a while since I've had this live broadcast. So we've had the live workshop in the Master Your Path group, the Free from Anxiety 5-day workshop, which was actually a 10-day workshop. We just didn't tell you in advance, but all of you guys who have been there know that it was a 10-day workshop, and we've had a lot going on, and we've been live every day, sometimes twice a day. So that was super exciting. And I wasn't doing my weekly Monday trainings during that time. And then holidays came along, and I've been traveling. So I'm now in Israel visiting my family for the first time after a whole year. So last time we've been here, me and my husband and my son, we've been here visiting our parents and brothers and friends, and only last December 2019, and now we are here again. I see some people joining my broadcast. I'm so happy to see you. Please drop a comment and tell me that you're here. That would be so lovely, because I'm streaming through StreamYard, so I can't see your likes. I can only see them coming in. But if you comment, then I know you're here with me, and I can say hello to you. And I would love to know that you're here watching with me. So please say hi in the comments. And so, yeah, so it's been a while since I was here on Monday's live training, and I'm really excited to be here. Hello, Srinath, good to have you. So happy to see you. Hello, Sandra, so lovely to see you as well. I really missed you guys, and I missed this platform, you know, during the live 10-day workshop. I've been here on this screen of StreamYard, connecting with you every day, sometimes twice a day. And since then, there has been kind of a, I guess, almost 2 weeks, about 2 weeks break. I wasn't going live anywhere, and I wasn't connecting with you beautiful people. Hello, Anita, so good to have you. So I'm super excited to be here again, live with you, connecting with you. Absolutely exciting and beautiful. And these are exciting and beautiful times, I think, as well. Of course, challenging. We are still going through this narrow tunnel of COVID-19 and the pandemic, and it's not over yet. I know, believe me, I know. I'm in quarantine in Israel. We had to go into quarantine coming in here, and you know, and there's a lockdown here and a lockdown in Berlin where we live, and I know we're all still going through this transition and this, whatever you call that. I see it as a transition, and I will talk more about that in a moment. So of course, these days are also challenging, like this whole year that is now ending. But these days are also exciting and beautiful. The holidays, the ending of a year and the transition into a new one. I love these days every year, and I love them this year as well. It is really a time for contemplation and reflection and intention setting and fine-tuning and releasing. And it is a time of transition, however you want to look at it, and whatever you want to call that, and or however you usually show up or approach these days. It is a transition, right? By definition, we're transitioning from one year to another. And so I wanted to talk about that today and focus this training on that transition and how I see it. And I wanted to share some of my thoughts and ideas with you guys. So I'm really happy to be here again and to have you joining us. Please say hello in the comments. Please say hi. Please tell us where you're tuning into this live stream. Where are you celebrating these holidays? Are you by yourself? Are you with friends or family? And I would love to connect with you. So please say hello and share with us something in the comments. So as I was sharing, I am in Israel right now with my husband and my son, and we're visiting family and friends. Well, for now, we're only seeing family because we're in a quarantine, but when we can get out, we will see more people that we haven't seen for a whole year, and that's very exciting and heartwarming. And as we transition from this year to the next, what I wanted to share today, is an idea or a piece of guidance, or at least share with you what I do, right? Which is to set my intentions on where I want to focus my energy, my thought, my attention, my intention during this transition and stepping into a new year. Because I think, as we've seen this year, this crazy 2020, we all experienced to some extent the same reality, the same limitations, the same fear, and the same struggle. And I think this year has one of the gifts of this global experience that we're all sharing is the immediate fact that we are all sharing it, that we are all really one, that we really all share the same field, the same shared and co-created reality. And we share the air we breathe, the energy we produce and consume, and produce and consume. We share the same consciousness. And even to the fact that our life is now on social media more than ever because of the lockdowns, because of all of that, then this social media field that we're all sharing is really a consciousness that we're creating together and sharing. Every piece of content that you share and that you consume, every, the energy that is behind the words that you type or the video that you make, whatever you consume and whatever you share creates this ripple effect and this shared consciousness that we all co-create and share. And so there is so much responsibility. As individuals, or as humans, we have a great responsibility for, first of all, our own well-being, of course, what we consume, what thoughts we process, how we react to conditions. And then also we have the responsibility to what we share and co-create together. So how do we take that responsibility, and how do we make sure that we do the best we can to be most responsible and most resourceful for ourselves, and then as a result also for others, because we share the same consciousness and we share the same conditions. It is really in the reaction to the condition. So we all share that same condition. We can call it COVID-19, we can call it pandemic, we can call it lockdown, we can call it fear. And then we also, face our own individual conditions, or however this shared global condition is showing up in our own individual lives. And where we really have total freedom and total responsibility is how we react to those conditions. And this is an every moment question, right? Because every moment we can choose, we can make a different choice. Because every moment or millisecond of a moment, we produce a different thought, and we broadcast a certain frequency according to that thought that we hold, and the emotion that it generates, and the reaction that it leads us to demonstrate, right? And that has an energetic effect as well. So there are many layers to what I'm talking about here, but I want to really focus on the choices that we make, as I always do, right? And as I always say, this choice, this freedom to choose how you mentally, emotionally, and actively and energetically react to a condition, that freedom to choose that reaction is a skill. You've heard me say this trillions of times, but probably if you're following me for a while, this freedom is a skill, meaning it takes practice to develop it and to master it. And this is really the key to well-being, because whatever I've seen this year, we all face the same condition in different translations of it, right? But we all face very similar conditions in terms of the pandemic and everything that goes along with that. And I've seen people during this year react in many different ways to that same condition. Some people thrived in this year. Some people overcame this year the greatest hurdles that they've been experiencing and struggling with for years and years and years. And actually this very year, that challenging, most difficult year with that extreme condition that we're all sharing, this year they overcame. This year they transformed. This year they leveled up their well-being and their freedom to choose it. I've seen so many people make that choice this year. And this choice, again, is a skill, right? And what I'm trying to say here is that it is possible. I've seen it many times this year. Many times, many people. And yes, I know it's hard. And maybe it wasn't that year for you, but it can definitely be the next year. The year that we are transitioning into can be that year for you. And what I'm sharing here is the fundamental concept and truth that I highly recommend you to remember and highlight, that every moment is a new opportunity to practice that choice, to practice that freedom. Every moment, because every thought has two ends. Every condition has two trajectories, two orbits you can choose as a reaction. Yeah, and every moment you can again choose faith or fear, right? Or peace or struggle, harmony or discord. And it really starts in your own mind, what goes on here, right? Between your ears, in your thoughts. And I know it's easier said than done, but as you know, and as if you've been following me for a while, you know that I believe that there are tools to do that, and I'm doing my very best to share those with you as much as I can, because you can really, it's a practice, meaning there are tools, there are processes, there are tangible ways to exercise, to train, to practice this skill, and then to master it, right? And so transitioning into a new year and making that choice to practice this skill, I want to invite you to make a list, and maybe first, as a first step, give yourself total kind of freedom and space to jot things around, and and just write whatever comes up to your mind, no matter how long that list is. But the next step, it will be to definitely narrow it down. But as a first step, you can make that list as long and and all over the place as you want it to be, and write down the things that you want to create change in this new year that is starting, right? What do you want to focus on, in what areas of your life, internally and externally, you want to practice your ability to create change, because that ability is a skill, as I've said now and as I always say, right? And so make that list, and I'm telling you, this is what I'm doing, and this is something that I'm doing every year, and what I'm going to do this upcoming week, moving into the actual transition into the new year. And with focus and determination and consistency, you can do that. You can, I promise you, you will come to the end of 2021, and you'll look at that list and you'll tick all the boxes, or at least, I mean, that's why we don't want to have too many boxes there, right? So this would be the next step. I'll come to that in a moment, but I want to say that you can do this. You can choose what to focus on, what to change, what to transform in your life, internally or externally, and then actually do it. And I'm saying this with such total confidence because of my own personal experience and people that I work with, that I interact with, and that I see it is happening for them as well. So as a first step, make a list of all the things that you are not satisfied with, that you want to change, that you want to create, that you want to eliminate. What are those things that at this point in your life, moving into a next year, you would like to have different in your life. And then the next step would be to narrow that list down. So really make a priority scale here and choose, let's say, the top 5. The top 5 things, or the top 3, yeah, however it looks like for you exactly. And then I would even take it a step further and really narrow it down to one top area in your life that you would like to generate change, transformation, improvement, create something new in your life. And then I would, so this is first, this is one process, okay? Now I want to give you all the next processes to do, and I'm not sure this will all fit into one training, but let's pause here for a moment. And I'll recap again this very, very simple, super simple process, right? It's basically focusing and setting intentions. As a first step, just write down whatever's coming up to your mind, no order, no limit, no structure, just things that you would like to be different in the next year in your life, internally or externally. Next step is to narrow it down to the top 3 to 5 items in that list. And the third step is to pick the one top priority, one thing that you would like to change, transform, or create in your life in this year to come. And this is one very super simple process. Now, the next thing you can do, having that one thing or the 3 to 5 things in the next step, but I would start with that one thing, is to really start getting very, very clear around that topic or subject, and starting to become very aware of your thought frame and your mindset around that, because everything starts there, right? And because we're not always very aware, and even if we are, it really is very empowering. Clarity is power, right? Clarity is power, and you want to have that super clarity, that crystal clarity around what is the mindset, what is the thought frame around that thing that you would like to change or create. And write down those thoughts. Write down those thoughts and be very, very clear. And then you can, so this is now a second process, basically, in which the first step is to write down those thoughts that are part of that mindset or thought frame around that area or subject that you would like to change. And then the second step to this process would be to write down and journal a little bit about how you would like to be thinking around that subject, and how you would like, what is the change or the outcome that you're wanting to create. Now, of course, we can take this on not many, but a few different directions on how you actually generate change and make it consistent. And as you know, this is what I'm all about, so I have a lot to say about this. And if you go into, so this live stream is going on a few platforms at the same time. So if you're watching this in the group, if you're part of the Master Your Path group and community, Common Confident Professionals is the other name of the group. If you're there, then go into the video sections, look for, different processes and tips that I've shared in the past on how to do these kinds of works. If you participated in our workshop that we had earlier this month, then definitely the things that we've done and the processes that we went through and the tools that you learned during that workshop can be super helpful. And this is absolutely along the same lines. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, then you can definitely find processes and tips on my channel as well. And if you're watching this on my private profile or my Facebook page, then join my group, because this is where I share the most of my teaching and my offering. So please join us there, and I will drop the link to my group here in the comments for you guys. There you go. And also to my YouTube channel as well. So you can find me on all of those platforms. And I'm always doing my very best to share with you guys more tips and insights and ideas and processes on how you can do this kind of inner work, because it is an inner work. It is an inner journey. If you ask me, life is an inner journey, and whatever condition that we are facing is an opportunity to harness that inner journey, to overcome and conquer the next mountain and along that path, and to open the next door. And this is what we are here to do. So I encourage you and invite you to embrace the conditions, to embrace the challenges, because these are your opportunities to grow. Without those challenges, without this friction, there is no growth, there is no change. So if you're in for inner growth, for personal growth, for reaching to your full potential, if life is an inner journey to you, as it is for me, then all these challenges and conditions are opportunities for growth, is what you actually need in order to step into the next level of your own individual journey. So I hope this is helpful and inspiring for you guys. And if you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat. You can, if you're watching the replay, please #replay and drop your questions. I'll be coming back and reading those comments and answering the questions. You can always reach out to me in private messages. And if you're not yet part of our community, then join the group and follow the YouTube channel so you can really enjoy everything that me and my team are doing our very best to always serve and offer. I'll see you next Monday. Have a beautiful week and a beautiful transition to a new year. Lots of love to you. Bye, guys.